All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. Best accessories for the iPhone 17 Pro Max Part 2. It's been a few months since I did Part 1, got my hands on some new accessories. So I said, you know what, this is the perfect time to come out with that Part 2. And also, this could be a good guide to maybe grab some of these for his or her for Christmas. All right, some of these can be stocking stuffers, some of these can be wrapped up, placed up under the tree. But either or, man, there's some dope products that I got right here. Should be all new. You haven't seen them in my best accessories video. Everything I talk about will be linked down below. Let's go ahead and kick it off with one gift. I think this could be a big gift for people out there, especially if they have the big three devices when it comes to the iPhone, Apple Watch, and AirPods. This is going to be that Anker 25-watt MagSafe charging station, and I'm here to tell you, okay? Since I've done my video review on this, since I've received this bad boy in the mail, it has not left my nightstand. And I do not think there will be another 3-in-1 MagSafe charging station that's going to beat this right here. I think this is the best one out there in my opinion, and I have my reasons why, but let's go ahead and get into it. So just like I stated, Apple, why did I just freeze like that? All right. iPhone charger right here, Apple Watch charger, and it's going to be a little pad right here for your AirPods. But that's not the highlight of this. The highlight of this bad boy is going to be the actual screen that you see right here. That's going to basically read all the information that's going on when it comes to your devices. Now, the reason why that's important, and this is something that a lot of people don't hit on when they're talking about Qi 2.2 or 25-watt charger stations, is a lot of these case combinations and iPhones don't charge at 25 watts. Okay, some of my favorite cases, and we haven't done my top 10 cases yet, but some of my favorites don't charge at 25 watts. So when you have something like a Belkin or ESR, which those are two amazing 25-watt charger stations, you don't know your true speeds that you're getting unless you're calculating how fast it's charging, which the majority of us we're not out here doing. So when you have a combination of a thin device, a thin case, or a medium-sized case, you can actually see if it's charging at 25 watts down here on the display. And then you can feel like you're finally getting your money's worth, okay? This thing is a little bit pricey, but right now Amazon has been running crazy sales on it, and I've seen it as low as 160 bucks at the time of this video yesterday. All right. So when it comes to this, just like I stated, very nice construction. Does take up a little footprint on your nightstand, but guess what? It's okay. I'm not worried about space on my nightstand. I'm worried about the tech working the way that I want it to work. iPhone charger is going to have your rotation right here. So you want to, charge your phone flat if that's your thing. You can do that. I'm not sure who's charging things like this, but you can do that if you want to. But the majority of the way I have it is I have mine tilted right here so I can activate that nightstand mode so I can wake up in the morning and see how much time that I don't have to sleep, okay? Also, you got your little AirPod charger right here. Now, it's asking me, do I want to exit sleep mode? I don't want to go into sleep mode. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to have a little area right here for your AirPods. Now, I would love for this to be magnetized, especially with the AirPods having magnets, cases having magnets, but it's not. It's not the end of the day. And let's go ahead and take off our Apple Watch. We're going to talk about these products right here a little bit later in the video, and it's going to pop down to have your Apple Watch up there. And as you can see, it's going to be charging all through your devices, letting you know the charging speeds down here. And I don't want to exit sleep mode. There it is. No, I don't want to exit sleep mode. And you can't really see it right there maybe, but it's letting you know all of your speeds that you are charging your devices up. And I feel like that is actually clutch. Now, I know some of you like, T, I don't want to see this screen when I go to sleep. You can turn the screen off. You can even turn the fan off if you want so, and the fan is not loud. You can have it turned to a boost profile that focuses on keeping your device cool while it's charging. So there are so many customizations that you can do with this actual charger station right here. Of course, it's going to come with the Type-C cable. It's going to come with a power adapter. So there's everything in the box ready for you to go, ready for you to use. But just hitting this real fast, I love this thing right here simply because of the technology behind it. I mean, this thing even gets firmware updates. What 3-in-1 MagSafe charging station, updates firmwares? Now, I know that's not what it's truly about, but this thing performs well. It customizes everywhere that I need to. And also it lets me know if your actual device is charged at 25 watts because it has this display, which no other 3-in-1 out there has on the market. So just like I stated, if you want to see more fine-grained details when it comes to this, check out that dedicated video I did of this. But I'm gonna tell you, this thing isn't leaving my nightstand anytime soon. I don't think there's going to be another 3-in-1 25-watt charging station that comes along and beats this bad boy right here. Now, before we keep going, man, I know a lot of you may be like, what is that orange case that's sitting there on my 17 Pro Max? And a huge shout out to today's sponsor. That's going to be Caudabe. So I can tell you all about their Caudabe Paragon series. Now, I know for those of you watching my channel, you know all about the frosted cinders, man. One of the go-to cases for the 17 Pro Max. You also know about the sheath. We've talked about the sheath for years on this channel. And you guys, sheath gang, it's already solidified, man. But one case that's slowly creeping up the ranks is going to be that Paragon. And I'm about to tell you the reason why. Now, when you look at the Paragon, it checks all the boxes that you want into a case. Super tight fit. I've even seen people on forum sites say that the case feels like it's too small for the phone to go into, and that yields a very tight grip. Along those sides, you're going to have these nice grip patterns, which is going to be very subtle. Doesn't irritate your hands like that, but it's going to give you a nice level of grip. And also on the sides, interchangeable buttons. You can swap out the power button, volume, up and down, and your action button to kind of customize it to your liking. Now, when you look on the back of it, this is going to be where the case really shines. It's going to give you a very nice smooth back, not too slippery, not too grippy. But not only that, let's focus on that camera plateau. It's going to have not only a version that has the precise cutouts, but it's also going to have, for people who may not like the precise thing, it's also going to have a open cutout version as well. That's something that these cases simply aren't doing out there on the market. Very nice, strong MagSafe, and sitting at a very nice price point. Listen, man, the Paragon will be in my top 10 cases coming up for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And now is going to be the perfect time for you to go out there and grab one, because they are running a campaign with free shipping. And if I do have a discount code, I will be sure to also link down below, so you could potentially go out there and get the Paragon at an amazing price. So go out there and check one out. Everybody who is rocking with the Paragon, also let them know in the comment section down below how good the case is. Let's go ahead and get back to talking about some of these accessories. So we were already talking about power. Let's go ahead and stay right there when we're talking about charging accessories. And let's go ahead and take a look at their 160 watt 3-port charger. Now, this charger right here is one that I have not talked about on the channel so far. And let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit. This is also by Anker. I'll link this down below because a lot of you always ask what this is. This is my pride and joy. Love this thing. It always stays on my main shooting desk. But when it comes to the 160 watt charger, as you can see right here, adapter, I absolutely love this thing. If you are looking for a multi-port charger to deliver the power that you want, and I'm going to be coming out with a dedicated video about this as well, because there's so much tech that's involved in this 3-in-1, with this 3-port. Go ahead and check it out. As you can see right here, it's going to give you your 3 ports, which is going to deliver up to 140 watts on any one of these ports. All right, it doesn't matter what it is. Port 1, port 2, and port 3, all type C, no type A's on this charger, which I love personally. You can do that just fine. Also, you can you can change these to, have one port output a little bit more than another port. You can kind of really customize this thing for your liking. Flipping it out, go ahead and popping it on the actual charger. This actually has a built-in display, okay? This built-in display, in my opinion, you can cycle through. It has C1, C2, C3. You can press it again. It has your smart temperature protection. You see right here the charger mode, the AI 2.0, and it says Bluetooth. Yes, you can actually pair this thing to your phone and run it on your app and see all of the devices that you're charging, all the statistical data behind your charging, whatever you charge. And right here's going to be your default view, letting you know if you do plug it up right here. It's going to be basically letting you know how much speed that you are charging. As you can see, it's going to do is, oh, I don't have anything plugged in. Womp womp. As you can see, plug it in, and it's going to be says EPR cable, which means that's going to be a super fast cable. This is an Anker Prime cable. I will link these down below, but it's going to start letting you know how many watts this thing is charging right here, as you see. GaN technology, it's going to have all of the technology. It's going to monitor the temperature and everything like that. Once again, this is not going to be a super high data type video, but if you are looking for that multi-port charger, it's going to be able to charge those MacBooks at full speed. It's going to be able to retain that charger. And this thing is small. When I was looking at the description on Amazon, it said the size of AirPods, and then I put it up to it, and I'm like, well, dang, it is actually the size of AirPods. So if you're looking for one of those ports, when I travel, I love having one of these because I got the space to charge where I need to charge. It's going to be able to do it, and it do it just well. But just like I stated, stay locked into the channel because we are going to do a dedicated video about this, because there is so much more tech into this that I feel like people need to know. Now, let's go ahead and move all of this out of the way. Let me go ahead and move these cables out of the way, and let's stay on Anker. I know some of you like, oh, T, you just brown nosed to Anker. Listen, all right, Get on here. Anker, I love what Anker has going on when it comes to their charging accessories. There's nothing like them on the market. Let's go ahead and talk about their 26,000 Anker Prime battery bank. Now, this isn't even a best accessory for your iPhone. This is simply a best accessory for your tech. This bad boy can just charge everything that you need to. And the charging the part about this and the capacity isn't what highlights this thing right here. Now, I know some of you may say, T, you know what? I like the one with the built-in cable. Now, I love that one as well. That one kind of stays into my work bag, but the thing about that cable is that thing can malfunction on you. And I've had at least 2 of those cable malfunction on me. And these, I know it is a little bit more work to actually, carry a cable with it. But in my opinion, it's not bad. 26,000 milliamp hours. It's going to have your 2 type C's, a USB-A, and it's going to basically have everything that the multi-port charger had right there. You click it, you'll be able to go through the menus, your wattage, the C1, C2, and your A charger. Click it again, temperature, click it again, not connected, but this also compares to your Bluetooth with that Anker Sense app, so you can kind of check on everything that this bad boy has going on. Flip it over on the bottom, you'll be able to see the prongs where you can drop this on a dock. I need to get that dock. So you can just drop this on the dock, don't got to worry about it, and it'll begin charging. But the thing that I love about this and the thing that just blows me away with this charger, and let me go ahead and grab this over here, is the fact of how fast this thing can recharge. Our life is all about moving, being fast, being on the go, and the quicker we can get things done, that's what really satisfies me. This thing delivers it with 300 watts, by the way, which will power anything that you can need to. 2 MacBooks, this bad boy can power 300 watts we talking about. So you can either charge this bad boy with one cable, and you can go ahead and pop it in on one cable. I actually did a dedicated video on this also if you want to check it out. So you got one cable. This is going to be charging basically up to 140 watts, okay? Plenty fast, all right? You know what, T? 140 watts is legit. I can get with that. And as you can see, it's creeping up there. And now it's just about to hit, boom, 140 watts. But say, you know what? I need to charge this thing. It's 27 minutes, man. I need to kind of hurry up. I'm about to run about this house in the next 10 minutes. I need to get the fastest charge as possible. You can do a dual cable charger, and you can look at this animation up here. It's going to say dual port. And with this is going to get you up to 250 watts of charging speeds. You see it's climbing now, 187, 204, 218, 228, 233, 236, all the way basically very close to 240 watts. And this thing will be done charging. It says 23 minutes because it's already at a kind of on the upper side of charging when we're talking about a percentage. But man, being able to charge this thing up that fast is just amazing in my opinion with the amount of power that this bad boy has, which is going to be 26,000 milliamp hours. That's one of the key things that I love about this. It also has a screensaver for the actual clock up there if that's something that you want to do as well. So if you want to just charge multiple devices, man, I'm not going to demonstrate it up here because you already know what this charger does. This is going to be a great all-in-one, also airline safe. It even has a little logo down here with a little plane letting you know that it's airline safe. I've taken this thing with me, and it's not that big in my opinion for the capacity that you're getting. So the Anker Prime 26,000 milliamp hour, they also have a smaller 21,000 that I've seen. Don't have it yet, but they do have a small 21,000. But if you're looking for that all-in-one, I charge my MacBook with this. I've charged my iPad Pro, my Nintendo Switch, my iPhone. Doesn't matter what piece of tech I have that needs charging, I charge with this, and I've charged with it, and it has never failed me and let me down. So this is going to be the Anker 26,000 milliamp hour battery bank, man. If you're looking for that big boy all-in-one, you really cannot go wrong with this. And real quick, if you're looking for something a little bit more portable, on the go, this is probably going to be one of my favorite outside of my OG Champ that I've always felt like was the best 10,000 milliamp hour Qi 2 battery pack. The Baseus has came through with their Qi 2.2, the 25 watt charging. And not only that, they also include a built-in cable, which my Anker Slim just did not have, all right? You guys know I love the Anker Slim, and I know there's been reports of the 10K Anker Slim not working with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. It works just fine, so I'm not really sure that where that actually came from. But when we're looking at the Baseus, man, I've used their products in the past, haven't used extensively, but I love the fact that they have a 10,000 milliamp hour, as you can see right here. It's going to be fairly small, not that thick in conjunction to an actual iPhone. I love that you're getting those 25 watt speeds. Now, of course, there's nothing that's visually representing it to let you know that you're getting 25 watts, but we know with this Paragon, and I forgot to say it in the actual sponsor portion, portion. With this case, 25 watts is compatible when we are talking about this case. And when you slap it on, of course, it can be via MagSafe. Get a little bit of a moment, it will begin charging. We're talking about 25 watt speeds, and this thing really does not heat up a lot. Now, also, if you say, you know what, T, I don't need the wireless charge, I just need to get this thing charged as fast as possible, you can use the built-in cable, which charges up to 45 watts, which is very impressive. All right, most of the time they're 25, a lot of times they're 30, but this one being up to 45 watts, and I feel like you kind of got to give it a little bit of time and it will begin charging. It's kind of funny the way that works with the actual built-in charger, but you give it a little bit of time. And let me go ahead and double tap this, and boom, it will begin charging. And that's going to be charging at 45 watts in a little package that, in my opinion, is not bad, especially when you wrap this USB cord that's going to be built in. And also, it has a second Type-C port if you need to charge up something additional. I like to always include a MagSafe battery bank because these are good to throw in your pocket, especially if you're going to concerts, going to a sporting event. I always have one of these bad boys up there because of recording a lot of video, talking on the phone a lot, doing GPS. No telling what you do, you always need a little MagSafe battery pack that you can slide in your back pocket. And I feel like Baseus, especially if you're looking for one with those 25 watt speeds, this is going to be one of the best out there on the market. Now, I always forget to talk about this product, and that's going to be your Apple Watch Ultra. Now, of course, when it comes to the Apple Watch, we know the Apple Watch Ultra, all right? This video is never about talking about the Apple Watch Ultra, but yet we are going to talk about the band that is on my Apple Watch Ultra. And this is a video, this is a band that's been long due, okay? A lot of you have been asking, T, when are you going to talk about the Nomad Stratos band? And here I am talking about it right here, which is going to be one of my favorite bands, new bands, titanium / sport band for the Apple Watch Ultra 3. And the way I love this Stratos band is because it's really doubling up as that titanium band that's very classy. But when you flip it over on the backside, it's going to have these silicone inserts that allows it to be a little bit more stretchy, a little bit more forgiving, and being a little bit more comfortable. Now, if you know anything about Nomad, if you look at their watch bands, I know you're going to be like, T, listen, man, these things are expensive as I don't know what, but I'm here to tell you, and I'm actually doing a video of my top 5 bands in rotation with my Apple Watch Ultra 3. If you know anything about Nomad Titanium, it is some of the best out there in the market, and the price is warranted of how the longevity that you can basically get out of these bands. You're going to have a very nice class system, very nice titanium, very lightweight watch. This watch is not heavy when it comes to this Stratos band, and also you're going to get a few different colors. You can get the orange cut out, so you can have the titanium in orange. You can have, I think, blue in my opinion, but I wanted to keep it subtle, get the black, because I feel like this can go with everything. So if you're a person who wants to have a dual purpose type band, you saying, T, and my sensors are on, you say, T, I want to be a little bit sporty. I want to wear it if I want to work out, but at the same time, I want to be business. I want to wear this to the business meeting. I feel like that's exactly what this does, and you can basically flip it over, and I got to get it on myself. It's kind of weird to do it like that, and you can have the best of both worlds when you're talking about the Nomad Stratos band. Once again, listen, I know these Nomad bands are expensive, but when you get them on your watch, you get them on your hands, you actually see why these things are so expensive, because the quality is there. This is going to be a link style. They come with the tools in the box to be able to adjust this to your liking, and I have mine right at the perfect height. Doesn't pinch any hair or do anything like that. Simply love this Nomad watch band. All right, flipping over to the AirPods now. Let's go ahead and talk about this product. If you've been following the channel, you've seen this on my Blackout EDC video, and that's going to be the Pitaka Ultra Slim when it comes to the AirPod case. Now, I made a kind of mistake when I did the last video. I kind of misspoke, and I spoke to Pitaka afterwards, and I was like, okay, we got to clear that up a little bit. And I said on the bottom of this case, it does not feature the actual ports for your speakers and different things like that. But when you kind of wiggle, and it's a nice snug fit, when you wiggle this out and look on the inside, it basically has the cutouts. It just made it aesthetically pleasing by kind of keeping that open and kind of still having a little bit of pass through, if you know the way it's built in the construction. So you can still hear everything just fine. You can still hear your speakers. You can still do everything that you need to do when it comes to this case right here. Now, what else I love about this is this thing includes magnets built in. You guys know I am a sucker for a case, an AirPod case that has built-in magnets. Every single AirPod case needs to have magnets. That's just simply the way to go. Also, it has the adhesive on the top lid, so the top lid does not come off. That's one thing that haunts AirPod cases. That top lid gets all loose, it comes off, and just not a pretty sight. The fact that it has that tape on the top lid, has those magnets, has a very clean aesthetic down here while having that open opening for your Type-C, and keeping things very slim when it comes to AirPods. I know I love me some ESR AirPod cases, but I gotta be real, those do bulk things up a little bit. For me, I don't need that level of protection for my AirPods. This Pitaka Slim case does more than enough when it comes to AirPod protection. Love this right here. It has been my go-to AirPod case, and it just checks all the boxes of what I need in an AirPod case. Adhesive top, magnets on the back, very slim, tight fitting, very minimal. Love this AirPod case right here. And last but not least, let's go ahead and talk about screen protectors. Okay, there's been a big discussion on what's the best screen protector out there for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. You know, they've been between Flolab. We've been between, Taurus. That's been some of the clash when it comes to the anti-reflective screen protector game. But I'm here to tell you, man, Flolab, in my opinion, just takes the cake of the best anti-reflective screen protector out there for the 17 Pro Max. Now, right here, I'm going to show you the box, but I will throw up some B-roll kind of showing you the contents of the box, which just has a very nice, easy installation, contains everything you need, has a full coverage sticker to get all of the dust out there. Yes, it only has one screen protector, but it has a lifetime warranty, and it installs just fine. But what I love about this, man, is it still retains that anti-reflective technology. I know a lot of you don't want to put a screen protector on your 17 Pro Max because you don't want to get rid of that anti-reflective. You can still keep your screen protected with a solid screen protector like this Flolab and still do it. This is going to be their 3D version, which is going to come very close to the edge, but not interfere with any of the cases that you have. I'm a person who swaps cases out all the time, and guess what? I have not had a single case interfere with this screen protector. Smudge resistant, fingerprint resistant, just a nice quality, doesn't cut into the display, cutting off any pixels or anything like that. Listen, man, the AR screen protector, the anti-reflective screen protector, if you're looking for a quality, if you're looking for the best one out there in the market, Flolab is simply going to get it done. They've been doing it good for a very long time. People in the comment section of this video, let me know down below how you feel about the Flolab, because I know a lot of you use this screen protector, and I'm still going to do a dedicated video on this. Don't think this is the first time and only time that you're going to hear about this Flolab. You will see this thing again when it comes to a future video. But the Flolab tempered glass screen protector, the version that I have currently on my phone right now, has been up here for at least 2-3 months, maybe 2 months. As long as the iPhone been out, I've had this screen protector up there, and I don't have any micro scratches. I don't have any issue with the oleophobic coating kind of wearing off. A lot of you probably don't even know what that truly feels like, but I have not had issues with this Flolab, and I do feel like it is the best anti-reflective screen protector out there on the market. So I think, I thought that was going to be it, but we forgot one little product down here. And this is going to be a pretty cool one that I actually just found because I've just started really diving into Moft's other accessories. We all know about their tripod case. That's been in tons of best accessories. I just did a video talking about the Moft Movid Snap vegan leather case. Love those things. But then when I went to the website, I saw that they made a 8-card wallet holder, and at the same time, it's going to be a MagSafe stand, giving you those nice 2-in-1 capabilities. Now, you know I'm a fool for a product that's there when you need it and out of the way when you're not. And that's exactly what this thing does right here. Now, I'm not going to take it all out because these are going to be my personal cards in here. But as you can see right here, you can have kind of a pull-up, and it's going to pull up all of your cards to let you know what's going on. And it's going to have a very nice vegan leather feel, nice soft lining on the inside, and it's going to have a magnetic close. And if you don't want to use this thing as a MagSafe wallet, you don't have to. I've been popping this thing out and just sliding this thing up in my wallet. But sometimes I don't have a kickstand case, or I don't have a kickstand with me, which I tend to keep one with me at a lot of times. But why carry more things when I can have a 2-in-1? And that's basically what this does. You put it on it, pop this down, and there you go. You have your kickstand now for your 17 Pro Max, whether you want it that way, and it's stable enough to get it up in landscape, which I love sitting at restaurants, going out for lunch at work by myself, looking at YouTube videos. This thing is dual purpose, and I love me a good dual purpose type of product, and that's exactly what Moft has gave us here with their 8-card wallet, which is going to be very nice, hold everything in there, nice soft lining, but at the same time, it's going to give you those stand capabilities to be able to pop your phone up on a kickstand to enjoy some content very conveniently. But that's going to be it, man. That's going to be some of my favorite accessories, part 2 for the iPhone 17 Pro Max. If you have any of these, let me know in the comment section down below how you're liking them, if you have them. And man, happy holidays to you out there, man. If I don't talk to y'all until then, I think I'm gonna drop some more videos. But in that case, man, hit the links down below if you feeling one of these products. But if you want to see some additional products, I'll go ahead and link the best accessories part 1 for the iPhone 17 Pro Max right here.